The stars. Let's look at the starting sevens for Jo Tripp. What do you make of this team? She's come with a slim lineup, hasn't she? Just 11 players on the bench.
Well, players are dropping thick and fast, unfortunately, in their side. But this is a team that have played a lot of time together, and the units have started to solidify. So yes, not that strength in depth on the bench, but they have a strong seven.
Okay, in terms of head-to-heads, a lot of battles across the positions, of course, Pamela. But give us two of the players that you're looking forward to in a head-to-head this evening.
So for me, I'm looking at that goal defence, goal attack. Fran Williams for Loughborough Lightning and Grace Manor for Severn Stars. Fran is in the top 10 for intercepts and turnovers, and she's got multiple player of the matches. Grace Manor at goal attack has kind of been a little bit of a playmaker for Severn Stars, but when she's needed, she puts those shots up with Ziggy Berger, who's always been on song.
Ziggy Berger in good form this year, 555 goals for the Severn Stars shooter. The Loughborough Lightning players being introduced in the dark here at the Sir David Wallace Arena. A reminder, they are looking for their 12th win of the season. Vic Burgess's side, just the 2 losses this season to Manchester Thunder and London Pulse. Severn Stars have 7 out of 14, hitting that 50% win rate that the new head coach Jo Tripp wanted. So the warm-ups are done, the starting sevens are in, and Ziggy Berger making her way towards us in the commentary position, courtside with a big smile on her face, joined by her defensive opponent today, Alice Harvey. And the knee is taken, and we are ready to go here in Loughborough. Vic Burgess against Jo Tripp. Loughborough Lightning against Severn Stars. Stars are 1 point away from securing their top 4 place in the semi-finals. Emma Betts, Stuart McLean-Naylor in charge of this one as our ball is brought on and put into the hands of the Loughborough Lightning captain, Nat Panagary. Look at the crowd, Pamela. They are ready and poised. They're expectant. This should be good.
It should be indeed, and as you say, the crowd is packed with the changes we mentioned in the starting lineup for Severn Stars. You've got Emma Thacker, a goal shooter, but straight up for Loughborough Lightning, but straight up Severn Stars get a turnover.
So the last played in round 10, it was a 20-goal win for Loughborough Lightning. Is that Fran Williams?
It is, already. But right, so teams now just need to settle themselves. That's 3 turnovers in the space of less than a minute.
Wow. I was saying it was a 20-goal win in round 10 for Loughborough Lightning. And Jo Tripp was telling us earlier that she was not happy with the start of the Severn Stars team in that much. They were too messy. They were 16 down at half-time. But it's the first goal on the board.
Oh, and that is something we don't see often from Ziggy Berger. That ball clean, missing the post.
Yeah, back in possession of the home side, Hannah Joseph. Fluid as you like in that wing attack position. A good crowd on this coronation weekend, of course. A big day, many celebrating. Loughborough Lightning will be hoping that they're celebrating their semi-final position at the end of tonight as they get a goal on the board. One apiece.
Yeah, and I think what we'll see with this Loughborough Lightning attacking end, a little bit more rotation with Emma Thacker in that back, but she's still tall, she still has a good hold on her, but with Rhea Dixon just changing it up a bit, and that's where we see that hold. We had Jo Tripp so close on her, challenging that ball, but she was still able to pull it in, so good work there, Emma Thacker.
Good work indeed. A reminder, no Mary Chollock, the leading scorer in the Super League. She was nearing 600 goals, but as Pamela said, just a slight niggle. Vic Burgess saying hopefully nothing serious. Severn Stars then in the bright orange dress, never going to get in to the Severn Stars hand. Fran Williams absolutely in the right position.
Well, that's it, and what Fran has always been so good is that gameplay, that mindset of knowing exactly the play the ball's going to come so that she can put herself in those good positions, and then she's coming out with ball.
Well, Lightning trying to capitalise on the movement started by Fran Williams into the shooting circle. Panagary, busy as you like in that centre position, back into the hands of Thacker again. Oh, nicely mopped up by Dixon. much to the appreciation of those inside the sports hall this evening.
Good to have your teammate having your back to get that rebound for you. Both are shooting just under that 80% mark, so for Ria and Emma, they'll just want to lift those stats up.
Coming up to 3 minutes gone of the first quarter, a 2-goal lead for the 2021 champions. It's a fast start again, Pam. They won the first quarter in the round 10 encounter 15-6. They came flying off their first centre pass, and today they're not hanging around. This is what Joe Tripp didn't want as Marshall gets us underway.
Yeah, because once Loughborough Lightning have that kind of confidence and they've got their flow and their rhythm, they just carve through opposition. And there's Fran Williams again. And she keeps it on.
Days.
But who's saying she's going to South Africa?
Well, that England team, I can tell you, the players are being told this week. We won't know, obviously, for a little bit longer as Joe Tripp hands the ball back over and Thacker puts one in. Flipping it. Fran Williams, third on the intercepts this season with 44, fourth on the turnovers with 69, racking up the stats in, what, 4 minutes of this match so far?
Already. Oh, so key to this Loughborough Lightning side. She has just been so solid, so strong for them and just constantly giving.
Contact, win defence, circle edge. Direction goalkeeper, penalty inside.
And that's a little bit of change you see when you don't have that tall target of Mary Cholunk in the back. Hannah Joseph just a little bit nervy in terms of where she wanted to put that ball into the circle.
Another one goes in for the home side because it's not about just the fact that Vic Burgess has to adapt to no Mary Cholunk. It's for Joe Tripp now to say, whoa, hang on, we didn't see that one come in, and the home crowd once again. Well, they're enjoying this. A slight delay to the start here in Loughborough, but it has not affected the home side. Coming up to 5 minutes gone, 7-1 they're leading.
This is crazy start. So good from Loughborough Lightning. The way that they are just churning over, they're getting those turnovers, but then it's not just getting those turnovers or intercepts and whatnot, it's capitalising down the end. And that is what they're doing to make it all worthwhile.
Joe Tripp with the ball, Pamela, in the orange there. The head coach, of course, on court as Gabby Marshall gets us underway. What can she do from that position now when your team is 7 down? The ball's coming into the hands of Siggy Berger in front of us. What can Joe Tripp do in that player-coach role?
Well, one of the stuff is down in the attacking end because they are throwing away quite a lot of ball. She's going to need to talk to them, but also lift those players because you've got the likes of Gabby Marshall, Siggy Berger, Jess Shaw. And yes, potentially they're not major names, but they're experienced in the Super League, so they should be able to rally each other and just settle back down to what is their structure, especially off their centre pass.
9-1, under 10 minutes remaining. The high ball in, the usual high ball we see going in to the Loughborough Lightning circle. Well, Vic Burgess was scratching her head a couple of hours ago, hearing the news of the slight injury to her star shooter, and her team are not letting her down as they hit double digits.
That's better now from Jess Shaw. That quick give and go, get some depth, work over. Clever, cheeky. Grace Namana, love that baseline drive, but you've got to sink that shot.
Grace Namana on the back line in that goal attack position, using the post nicely, and does sink just the second goal of Severn Stars' game with 9 minutes to go.
See how quick this ball is getting down that court. All the Stars players are behind their attackers, and so that flat ball can just go.
A reminder, both teams are coming off the back of wins. The last win for Loughborough Lightning, a 62-50 win against Mavericks down at the Hertfordshire Sports Village on Monday. Severn Stars with that win against Celtic Dragons as well. It was a determined performance by the Dragons side, but it was Severn Stars' 7th victory of the Super League. Clear direction for our umpires in charge of this one, keeping up to speed with Loughborough Lightning, which Severn Stars aren't doing at the moment, 11-2.
Yeah, you just see Rachel Fee, she's just getting stuck on Mia Dixon, and so causing those contacts rather than come off the body, play around to try and get those intercepts. Because Rhea is so clever, she will just work her magic, work her playmaking, and do things like that.
Yeah, Rhea Dixon 8 out of 10 she shot in that win against Mavericks, and 15 feeds in that game when Lightning picked up another 3 Super League points. A little short pass there to Williams, and again into the shooting circle. Oh, easy as you like. High fives, taps all round between the side at the moment, Pam.
Yeah, and that's that front hold again from Emma Thacker. Jo Tripp had nowhere to go.
Audio Berin being told to address part of her play in that wing defence position.
Start outside. Yes.
So much pressure from this Loughborough Lightning defence. Oh, and another Fran Williams rolling that backspace.
Advantage centre offside.
Better placement.
Lightning win.
Under 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's a 10-goal lead for the home side. A one-handed take from Hannah Joseph.
That's what Loughborough Lightning have been doing so well, apart from that, just that feed, that service they're giving to their shooters. So just need to calm it down now.
Lightning absolutely suffocating Severn Stars at the moment in this first quarter. Plenty of time to go, we know that. As Berger gets under the 10-foot post and rolls another one. And look at her, Berger grabbing the ball off Alice Harvey straight into the centre position of Marshall. Gets us back underway, 13-4.
Contact, Lightning centre.
Narman taking it across back into the hands of Marshall to get herself in a better position. Obstruction called.
Nice, clever. And when Stars are playing that quick ball, getting through before Lightning can set up, they're having a lot more success, whether that's on through court or whether they're centre pass.
Have been consistent Severn Stars this season in terms of goals. They've gone 50 plus or more in every game apart from a couple. They're averaging 54 goals a game. Severn Stars compared to the 64 a game that Lightning are averaging. But they're going to have to pick up the pace here, the away side, with just 5 on the board at the moment. Is it going to be 6? Yes, it is, courtesy of Berger.
Indeed, and that quick ball through, but it was good from Grace Nomana going wide, because then she takes Fran Williams out of the equation.
Oh, Jo Tripp knew that was coming. Yeah. You saw the call, didn't you, from Emma Thacker?
But Jo Tripp getting that front position, because Emma Thacker was having a lot of success with there, so she's smart, changing it up.
Okay, a little bit of a run here for Severn Stars. 14-7.
But just when they had that opportunity to knock another one down, Nat Panagari.
Little bounce of the ball back, under 5 minutes remaining, 15-7. Remember, it was a 15-6 quarter, as I mentioned, back in round 10. Thacker's going to put another one on the board. Look at the faces of the Loughborough Lightning fans when that went in, Pamela. Oh, they're having a great day, especially those that like fans of the royal family. What a day. That's good, though. Berger again. Hear the shouts of the South African to her team as well.
Yeah. And just, I think, mopping the floor, the sweat patch, so making sure it's dry. But the way that Ziggy Berger has been for this Severn Stars side, she's loving life, and her gameplay is showing that. But she's there to get them out of trouble when needed. Just now need a little bit more control coming through court.
Yeah, as I mentioned, 555 goals. She's shooting at 95% this year, the South African, in this World Cup year, of course. The first time the World Cup will ever be in South Africa, starting on the 28th of July. Trying to catch the attention, isn't she, as all our international stars are across the Super League.
Yeah,
well, those head coaches that make the decisions.
Well, Ziggy, she's up against Denise Pockheater. She's also Emery Venter for that goal shooter position. But that's what you want to see. Lots of contest and high quality play. A lovely feed.
Nice, that's better.
Yeah.
Are they starting to settle a bit? And if so, why are they starting to settle? What are they doing different, Pam? Because Loughborough Lightning was just off on one, weren't they?
Definitely, and I think they're more composed now, the control. They're looking to see where they're passing. Just there, Jo Tripp. She's getting some rewards down the back end with those intercepts and turnovers. Oh, but it's these little offloads. What a waste.
Well, and Rhea Dixon was just jogging in third gear to let that one bounce as far as she could before she picked it up, back in Loughborough Lightning's hands. And there she is now. Well, didn't even hit the rim, that one. Two minutes to go in the first 15 minutes.
Advantage goal defense, substitute. Contact centre outside.
Just getting a bit short-sighted there, I think, the Stars. If Gabma should have looked up, she would have seen Ziggy Berger in the backspace, but they still managed to get it down into the goal. And that's when you get tunnel vision, which I think is what they had at the start of the game. That's when Loughborough Lightning were able to run on those balls because they knew exactly where the pass was going to go.
A lot more of the ball now. Severn Stars back into the hands of Berger. Starting to shoot very nicely indeed. Brought the deficit back that was creeping away from them. 17-11, 90 seconds to go. Marshall. One of the brilliant pickups by head coach Jo Tripp in her first head coach role as Berger puts another one in. She only had, what, about two of the original team, didn't she, at the end of 2022, Jo Tripp, and said she was delighted to pick up some of the players that she has for her Severn Stars side this year, including Gabby Marshall, of course.
Yeah, she says they're all players that she's worked with before, whether at Lightning or Mavericks, or so she knows that they're good people, or in New Zealand in the case of Grace Namana.
Yeah, she said, look, we're inexperienced in terms of time together. New head coach, new players, but netball is quite a simple game if you bring it back to basics. I remember us saying that at the start of the season as Berger puts another one up. Yeah, a little nod of appreciation between Berger and her teammates there. 25 seconds, still time for Loughborough Lightning to put 20 on the board, leading by 6.
Bad work there from Emma Thacker. What a great first quarter. 20 goals on the board. That is not an easy task.
Contact goalkeeper.
Oh, Grace Namana goes down. Ziggy Berger places the ball. I don't know why I'm whispering, they're so close to us. You can see us in the back of this shot. No one needs to see us. But I am whispering because we're very close to the edge as the buzzer goes, Pamela.
Well, I'm sure it wasn't you talking, but the buzzer that probably caused that air shot.
Well, that was a lively first 15 minutes. It really was. Loughborough Lightning under Vic Burgess wanted to start strong. Of course they did. Every Super League team wants to fly from the first centre whistle. But they were going along very nicely indeed. But after the first quarter, Severn Stars are fighting back. They are settling. And it is 20 goals to 13. Wow. Sum up that first 15 minutes, Pamela, for us, if you can, from both sides' point of view.
Well, we saw those 3 early turnovers from both sides, just getting those nerves out of the way and the delayed start, like you said. But for me, it was how clinical Loughborough Lightning were in that first passage of play. The way that they were getting that ball through to the goal circle. Emma Thacker on that front hold against Jo Tripp was phenomenal, and that was really paying dividends. Down in the Severn Stars end, they weren't able to get that ball into the shooting circle. A few balls flew off that back line or were amazingly intercepted by Fran Williams, just on her own getting those turnovers. So that's how Loughborough Lightning built that momentum.
And in terms of Severn Stars, they're in their huddle with Jo Tripp leading the way. Heavy strapping on one of her legs, by the way. But what's the main thing that all the coaches there are going to be saying?
Well, for me, I'd be saying where Severn Stars were doing well was when they were looking over the messes the wrong word, but the work rate that Loughborough Lightning were doing in front of them. When they went over that, they were more successful. When Grace Namana took Fran Williams wide, which left Ziggy Berger one-on-one in that circle, those long balls that Gabby Marshall and Jess Shaw are so good at, they were able to come in.
So both the coaches, or all of the coaches involved with Super League teams, of course, passing on their expertise. And a 20-13 lead for the home side. A reminder, in terms of the Super League, London Pulse have secured their semi-final spot. Played 14, won 13, sitting on 39 points at the top of the Super League table. And in fact, Pulse of the top 4 at the moment are the only side who have never won the Super League, obviously the newest in the franchise, joining in 2019. And Loughborough Lightning, well, they're looking for their 12th win of the season after a very lively first set of 15 minutes. Mary Chollock, big news that she wasn't in. Has she been missed?
Well, not when you put 20 goals on the board. I'm saying not so much. But what an arsenal Vicky Burgess has in her side to be able to mix up the squad and get Emma Thacker playing goal shooter and Rhea Dixon supporting in that goal attack role. They're really working nicely, rotating that circle.
And that's the thing, isn't it? When head coaches have injuries or have withdrawals, of course, because Proscovia Peace now is not going to be playing the rest of the season under medical grounds for Surrey Storm. Coaches then have to adapt, and sometimes it works in their favour to the degree of, oh, hang on, like Vic Burgess was, oh my God, I think Mary's out today, and she's had to change the team kind of last minute because she's not in the mix, but it's now given her the strength of another option. But is that because the player has stood up and delivered when given the opportunity?
Precisely that. And Emma Thacker, she had a breakout year last season. This is her second season with Loughborough Lightning, but whenever she's come on, she's performed. And those units, they've had to kind of rotate, and I think that's what Loughborough have done throughout the season. They've not played that same starting 7. They've rotated where they needed. Her and Rhea Dixon have been sharing that goal attack position with Mary Chollock at goal shooter. So the fact that she has had court time beforehand, and I'm sure in training they would have played this scenario many times.
100%. But as they used to say in the A-team, I'm an 80s girl. It's great when a plan comes together. If you don't know what it means, folks, ask your parents. Anyway, we're up underway in the second quarter then. Loughborough Lightning, Fran Williams in super form this year. Looking to put goal number 21 on the board for the home side. With a scanning, no changes, Pamela, from either teams. Nice. Thacker takes, Thacker turns. Little jog back then. Here's Gabby Marshall in that centre position. Narmana out and about the circle in that goal attack bib.
My goalkeeper is, yes.
And that's Agnes there going off the back line. Loughborough ball. Very rare to see so many missed shots so far from this Severn Star side, but they get the ball back, courtesy of Jo Tripp.
Yeah, Jo Tripp busy as ever, calling for the ball. There she is in the goalkeeper position. Successful New Zealand career, of course. Mainland Tactics, retired in 2021 from Saracens Mavericks. And now the head coach of Severn Stars. High ball in. Oh, lovely.
Yeah, and that's that long ball which Severn Stars have just made their own, whether it's from Jess, whether it's Jess Shaw, whether it's from Gabby Marshall.
Obstruction, wing defence is shortening, outside.
Obstruction call against the wing defence. Severn Stars, Hannah Joseph into the hands of Dixon. I'm glad that landed in the hands of Emma Thacker, Pam. It was heading in my direction. Oh, it's been a few years. Dixon puts another one through the net, 22-14.
Yeah,
she just pushed you in the way.
My hands are ready, Kath, my hands are ready.
Go on, Pamela, former England captain on it. There's another one of those high balls. That's 2 in a row, and it's resulted in a couple of Severn Stars goals and a thumbs up from Siggy Berger.
Yeah, so now Alice Harvey needs to recognise that that's happened numerous times. So how can she change those angles? How can she get it like she's doing now? She's sitting front position of Siggy Berger, but she's going to need to be able to roll her feet because Ziggy has a lovely hold.
Oh, a little bullet pass there. McPhail to Narmana. Across the shooting circle. A lot more lively action from the orange now, Pamela, in this second quarter. Really does feel like they have settled, as you say, into this game after Loughborough Lightning just took off like a rocket.
Well, and like you were saying earlier, in the reverse fixture where they went down so hard in the first quarter, 6-15, they've done it again today. So they just need to figure out how can they start these games a lot more securely.
Yeah, Loughborough was 16 up at half-time in the reverse fixture back in round 10. And currently now they're just 6. And it was 7 after the first quarter.
So Alice Harvey, she's changed up her tactics a bit. She's been, I've been in the circle, these balls are coming in, so let me go flying through that end third, and she turns over that ball.
Oh, nicely read by Emma Thacker, that.
Oh, and that's 2 on the bounce, and this time Fee is there for the rebound. And this is one thing, if you remember back to the Celtic Dragons game, I think they missed 17 goals, and Vicky Baker was saying that was one of the areas that she really wanted them to lift on. In their last game against Mavericks, it was 14 goals. So these percentages, they need to start raising for when they come to the business end of this season.
Yeah, real fight back by Mavericks in that win that obviously Loughborough Lightning eventually got in their last match in round 15. Joseph again looking for options. Thacker out the circle.
Contact, goalkeeper. Centre.
Contact called for Joe Tripp. Gives Thacker another shooting option. That's better. Do you know as a shooter when the ball's left your hand, whether it's a good one or not? You know they talk about in golf when you hit it sweet, like, oh, there he goes. Yeah. Do you know as a shooter, because Emma Thacker was so quick to react when her first shot missed, or is it just a reaction that you do anyway?
No, there's a lot of times you know it's like a sweet shot and you're just like, ooh, I like that one. But sometimes you think, oh, I just made it too short, but it still goes in and you're like, thank God.
Panigari, Captain Panigari.
Advantage offside, centre.
Thacker not putting that one up, forcing the ball back into the centre third of Loughborough Lightning.
And Jazz Brown is on as goalkeeper. That was a quick change there from Severn Stars, which takes Joe Tripp to goal defence. So just trying to mix it up a little bit, but good strong hold from Emma Thacker. And that meant Rachel Fee went to the bench.
24-16, under 10 minutes remaining until half-time. Still an 8-goal lead for Lightning. Remember, it was 7 at the end of the first quarter. So it's a 4-3 quarter so far to Loughborough Lightning. Desperate to win the Super League again. They took so long to win the Super League and lost the final last year to Manchester Thunder. I think Burgess said she's hungry to win it back.
Contact, goal defence.
Such a shame that injury to Ella Clark in that final game potentially might have made a difference in there. But I think that's the thing for Loughborough Lightning. If they've got their whole solidified 7 in play, they're almost unstoppable.
Yep, you know what you get with Loughborough Lightning. In the nicest possible way, they are consistent. And they're looking here on their 8th home game of the season here in Loughborough, 25-18, to cement their place in the top 4. Just that 1 point needed, remember, folks, for them to solidify their top 4 spot.
Yeah, there was a push there from Jazz Brown on Emma Thacker.
Where you are? Obstruction, goal defence.
But the pressure on the shot. Emma Thacker just needs to before she shoots, just take a breath, settle herself again. And that was a flat shot there from Siggy Berger.
Yeah.
You almost think it might pop back out.
We're back to 6. Another high ball in.
It's going in every time. Alice Harvey needs to mix that up, change her position, and maybe push Ziggy Berger high up the circle. Don't let her have that back space.
Loughborough finding it a little bit harder now with the defence of Seven Stars to get into that shooting position, Pamela.
Yeah, you got a little bit more height there from Jess Brown. Great defensive work there.
Audio Berry, oh, easy.
The other Jazz.
Audio Berry, nearly over our Sky Sports banners, but not quite. And we're back in play. Already just 6 3/4 minutes remaining, but it's back to 5. This is a better, more respectable scoreline, a more healthy scoreline that Joe Tripp will be happy with.
Yeah, definitely, but I think more so Loughborough Lightning will be a little bit disappointed in terms of that amazing start that they had. Why weren't they able to continue to push on through? It's now 5-7 in this quarter with Seven Stars leading.
Make that 4. The clock catching up in the arena. Another high ball in. Right, this is what she's got to address, isn't it?
Yes.
Vic Burgess at half-time, Pamela. Yeah. Is that the main thing she's got to address?
Oh, totally. And she's being saved here by that missed shot again from Ziggy Berger. So is it, you get your 3-foot mark, let the Stars attacker land with the ball and get that heavy pressure mark on it. And then you need an Alice Harvey pushing Ziggy Berger to the top of the circle. Guiding, not physically pushing her, obviously.
An 8-5 quarter for Stars.
Advantage, contact, wing attack.
See the work that's having to be done. The players having a hold of the ball a little bit longer, the Loughborough players, having to think about it a bit more.
Centre, you're not even 1 foot.
Keep smiling, Gabby. Joseph.
You can just see that they just don't feel comfortable putting that ball into the circle. That heavy defensive pressure there. Emma Thacker is going to need to just be a little bit stronger. I can see Joe Tripp leaning into her. She's holding her space.
Oh, Namina screams as the ball goes back through court.
Nice, better work. And what was great was Emma Thacker. She's not getting the work to go her way in the circle, so she came out. Rhea Dixon came back. They did a positional switch, so she can get a little bit more movement, get the defender off her body, and feel a little bit more comfortable.
And who waited patiently for all of that to happen? Nat Panigari. Delivered another goal. 27-21, 4.5 minutes remaining. Little movement off the Loughborough Lightning bench before the half-time whistle goes shortly.
Nice, better movement there. Emma Thacker, she drew Brown towards the edge of the circle, then played back, but then popped. So it wasn't an over ball, it was on the angle. There, you can see why this long ball is going. See how far Audio Berry was off Jess Shaw. She's doing an almost like a 5-foot, 6-foot mark, whereas she needs to get tight on her. Do your 3-foot mark, because Jess Shaw will release those balls all day long.
Nearly thinks Brown in her head. Nearly.
Goal defence contact on the arm, just in front of the post.
For someone that didn't think she was going to play much this season, Joe Tripp is going hard.
Going hard at goalkeeper, now in that goal defence position.
But, good on her.
Oh, if you can, you would, right? 29-23, bang on 3 minutes remaining until half-time. Oh, gosh.
Oh, what a take.
Oh, Grace Namina. Oh, that was lovely. Our New Zealand lawyer throwing out the techers here on this bank holiday weekend.
Oh, that ball.
Goalkeeper, you must come off the arm.
Saved.
Round this side.
Because that ball, she did not want to put it in, and that angle was so wrong.
Hitting 30. 6 is the difference.
And again, that long ball in. I just want to shout.
But it's not even having to be high anymore.
No, and it's not even, the placement is it's flat.
Joseph, Thacker, Joseph. Nice little bounce pass.
Wow,
This
right.
time, Brown said, you know, I'm coming.
You know? That was such great play from her. She's really come on. This is her first Super League season. She's only in here because of injury. And now she's really lighting up the defensive end for Severn Stars.
Hold time. Goal defence, it's contact against you, penalty foul.
Oh, contact called against Joe Tripp.
That was a great defensive work rate there from Mia Dixon to get back.
Lightning wing attack substitution.
Hannah Joseph leaving the court. A little change in the winged attack position.
And
from
Hannah
Vic
Williams.
Burgess.
Yeah. Right, now to see, can Hannah have a little bit more confidence to get that ball in?
Nice. Hannah Williams on. Looking for her teammate to reward after a second missed shot. I can see Hannah Williams in the background looking up at the clock. She'll see just about a minute to go. But it is sunk by Thacker. Williams making a Super League debut back in 2020, on and playing her part. 31-25 into the final minute.
So quick to get that ball now into the circle. They're really just making the Loughborough Lightning heads turn, and there is Brown again on that long ball over.
Another exciting talent, as Pamela said, in the Super League.
Varnish obstruction, wing defence. Wing defence, address your obstruction.
Marshall looking for options.
Drawn. All sucked onto Grace now.
A roar from Siggy Berger, 31-27.
And another long ball in.
No, Oh, Berger,
She landed awkwardly.
she's clutching her right knee, the South African, but play goes on, final seconds. Berger looks okay, she's shaking it off. But not enough time for the home side to get it down the other end and put another one on the board. 31-27. Loughborough Lightning are leading Severn Stars. It was a 7-goal advantage after the first 15 minutes. And now it's just 4 after a 14-11 quarter that went in the favour of those in orange. Very shortly, we'll be catching up with both of our captains. I can see Gabby Marshall, the captain of Severn Stars, making her way over to the interview position. So if you can hear us, Gabby, well, talk about a game of 2 quarters. A little bit slow to get going there, Gabby, but boy, you guys fighting back in that second quarter.
Yeah, I think we were still in the changing rooms for the first quarter, but fantastic effort from the girls there to get back into the game. We're turning over a lot of ball, and it's about rewarding the defence now in the attack end.
Gabby, those balls going into Siggy, you're pinging them in yourself and Grace and Jess from that almost the transverse line. What's given you that confidence now, not in the first quarter?
I can't answer that question if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, it's fantastic we've found those connections now in the second quarter, and it's about how we respond now in the second half. Obviously, Lightning are a great team, so we're both going to come out firing in the second half, hopefully.
Amazing. Thanks,
Cheers.
Gabby.
Thanks, Gabby. We'll swap you over. Let's have a little chat with the captain of Loughborough Lightning, Nat Panagari. Nat, you've got your headphones on, you've got your towel on your back. Boy, that was an exciting first half, wasn't it? But the first quarter was outstanding from you guys, 20 on the board.
Yeah, we were really pleased with that, but obviously not pleased with that second quarter. So kind of sloppy from us, and I think a little bit hesitant with those feeds into the circle edge. So need to get a bit of confidence back in this next half.
Nat, how those balls going into your defensive end, they're finding Siggy Berger really easily. What can you change up in terms of your unit defence?
feel like they're quite long feeds, so maybe we need to put more pressure out the front and maybe get bigger arms over, just so it's a bit easier for Alice Harvey to get round and off that body a bit more.
Cool. Good luck in
Thank
the second
you.
half.
Thanks, Nat. Well, Nat takes their phones off, and walking past us with a little smile on her face was Vic Burgess. She's gone in to do her halftime talk, as has Joe Tripp. Do not go anywhere, folks. We've got a bit of a corker here. Back in a few moments' time, but at the moment, it's the 2021 champions looking to secure their place in the top 4. Loughborough Lightning leading Severn Stars by 31 goals to 27.
Finding these wide spaces really nicely. That's deep pockets.
Wing defence, contact, outside. Contact.
Audio Berrin in that wing defence position, standing by. That wasn't me that flustered then, but
Yeah, that ball just needed to come a little bit quicker. Fran Williams was
no, it didn't.
sensing it.
Not towards us, it didn't. Williams was sensing it. And Siggy Berger. Give us a few stats, Pamela, from the first half. How are our shooters doing for either side?
Well, for Severn Stars, Siggy Berger is 22 from 24. Grace Amina has missed 3. She's got 5 that have gone in. Down the other end for Loughborough Lightning, Emma Thacker will be a little bit disappointed. She's shot 27 and scored, but she's missed 8 of those. I'd probably like to see them do more of a positional switch, because Ria Dixon only took 5 shots that whole first half. So she'll be wanting to take a little bit pressure off, I think, maybe Emma Thacker.
Yeah, nice round of applause from the home crowd here on Coronation Day. A new king has been coronated. Loughborough Lightning leading this one, 33-27. What are you laughing at, Pamela?
Ball over the top. Better from Emma Thacker, not just the whole mixing up, trying to deposit her defender to then play into that back space.
Goal attack.
Oh, Stuart McLean-Naylor in charge of this one, along with Emma Betts. We did have a quick look at the penalty count, didn't we? And Jo Tripp has racked up quite a few more than anybody else across the court in the 2 positions she's been playing in, though.
I think it's 15 so far.
Our umpires, of course, working on instinct, the umpires. They don't look at the stats. I suppose if you're not catching the attention of the umpire, maybe if you drip feed your penalties through the game, it's going to be slightly different, isn't it, than doing, say, 4 or 5 in a 2 or 3 minute period. Oh, toss of the ball over back into Thacker, looking for goal 35.
And I think she's dropping those shots short. And I think the pressure that Jo Tripp put on her in that first quarter, and now Jazz Brown's coming on, that body-on-body marking, it's almost got into her head a little bit, and it weighs you down. Again, this is much better from her. Quick footwork, get yourself so that you can take the ball without having someone challenging on you.
So a smart move potentially then from head coach Jo Tripp, taking herself out of the goalkeeper position, mixing it up, bringing Brown in, causing a bit of disruption for the Loughborough shooter. So it's now Severn Stars on the attack in this 3rd quarter. There is Jo Tripp.
And there it is again. You take Fran Williams out of the equation, and Siggy Berger is all by herself under that post. Alice Harvey still needs to tweak what she's doing.
Contact called for holding. Brown stands by. Just dribbles it. It rolled in. You'll turn and take
Contact wing defence, goal third.
from Gabby Marshall.
Goal third. Yes. United centre obstruction.
Ooh, what was that?
Goal line. Goal line.
Harvey, Williams, Audio Berrin. Caution. Goalkeeper, persistent contact.
She was late in on there, and you see the contact has an effect on her. But I'm not sure Jazz has as many contact calls as others.
On the back line it is then. Brown in that goalkeeper position.
Contact, goalkeeper. Small step back. Yeah, that'll do it.
Namina.
Running.
Nicely done. 10 goals is the difference. Loughborough Lightning putting 7 on the board and just 1 so far from Severn Stars.
Oh, great work there. Oh, but go to post. Dixon, you can shoot from there.
Intentional obstruction, caution. Penalty circle edge and any further foul play, it's a warning. Obstruction, goal.
Nice.
Contact, goalkeeper, address those, come off the body, please. Yes.
Harvey stands by, been asked to address her contact in that goalkeeper position. Keep off the body, please. Panigari then.
Overcooking that feed. It is almost like, yes, like I was saying at the start of the game, how they train in different combinations and they have all had court time during the Super League, but when you do have a go-to goal shooter in the terms of Mary Chollock, who's pretty much going to start every game, when you do have a last-minute injury call, it would have an effect on the team.
Of course, yeah. Both teams, as you mentioned, because they're setting up in a different way than one was probably expecting. So shouts all around us here in Loughborough. The home side with a 7-goal lead. Hand up with a still smile from Shaw in that wing attack position. There she is, though, back in the thick of the action.
One of the few wing attacks that's played pretty much every quarter of every game.
Yeah, second on the feed standings at the end of round 15, Jess Shaw, 386 she'd wrapped up. A little pause in the action, giving Fran Williams and Alice Harvey a chance to have a little chit-chat, along with Odio Berrin in the defensive positions of Loughborough Lightning. Yeah, Brown stretching and reaching, but behind Thacker. Yeah. On that occasion, allowing the goal shooter to pop another one in.
Yeah, and it's working nicely for her when she exits that circle and then plays herself back in again.
Well, contact called again against Alice Harvey.
Nice fake, but you saw Jess Shaw kind of roll around the edge of the circle, which draws the attention of the defenders, and then you can pop it into Berger.
Pamela mentioned Jess Shaw, one of the newbies, of course, in the Severn Stars side. Brown picks it up again. Nat Panigari urging for the ball to go the other way. But Jess Shaw, so experienced, made a debut in the Super League back at the Yorkshire Jets in 2012. One of the most experienced around on the Severn Stars roster.
Yeah, had a stint at Team Bath as well, and I think her and Gabby went to school together.
Oh. 39-34. Talking to Team Bath, they're playing Surrey Storm, which was also a 6 o'clock centre pass this evening in our round 16 matches. We'll be keeping an eye on the score from that Storm Team Bath match.
Oh, and there's another long feed, this time from Joe Tripp, straight into Ziggy Berger.
Well, I can tell you, Surrey Storm dominating quarter 3, 54-33, a 21-goal lead. Heading into the final quarter of that match between Storm and Team Bath.
It's only 4 goals in this game.
Nice turn and a take. Thacker, she's going to put it up.
Oh, she needs... Ooh!
Brown, understandably, no attention whatsoever being given to the reaction from the crowd. Berger out the circle again.
Just constantly moving this ball around. If it's not on into Berger, there's someone else that they're able to pass to. And lovely quick play. Always love when you've got your centre court on that edge of the circle, ready for you just in case you needed to offload.
Nine-eight quarter. Severn Stars. Oh.
When it's going your way.
It's going your way. And now we're talking, because we're 2 goals now, Pamela, 39-37. Under 4 minutes remaining of the third quarter. Loughborough Lightning did lose the last 2 quarters in their win against Mavericks. The fight back that Saracens Mavericks had wasn't enough to get them the points.
You can almost see Loughborough Lightning, they're making one move, well held on the backer, and then just stopping, whereas, because Severn Stars are tracking that move, you need to do a second and a third to come off that body so that the feeder sees where the space is. Because Stars' defence are just tracking them and are just stopping that first ball going.
Advantage obstruction in defence. Time lining, goalkeeper, substitution.
Alice Harvey in that goalkeeper position exits. Looks like Vimbella's coming on in her place.
South African international, I think this potentially should have been done a little bit earlier because those balls into Siggy Berger were going so easily and smoothly. Can now a different change of style from the international try and mix things up? Her teammate, obviously.
Yeah, South Africa going head-to-head in front of us here in Loughborough. As Pamela said, with Berger and Vimbella. Is that another caution?
It's another caution.
What have I missed? Who is that for?
Joe Tripp.
Dixon. Passes responsibility to Thacker. Well, she needs to nail this. The crowd is waiting patiently, Pamela, for that one. And she did.
And Loughborough Lightning needed that one to go in.
Smooth as you like in the end, 41-38. 2:20 remaining. There's that high ball again. Lovely control and balance from Berger.
So, as we were talking about in the first half, and also Nat Panagadi said it at her halftime little chat with us, like, get those arms over. Whoa! Unless Jaspan is hooking the arm before she's going for the ball.
Thank you. You're out to play, goalkeeper.
I'm just going to watch it.
Nice technique from Gabby Marshall, getting it back into her hands on the centre pass. 90 seconds remaining, 42-39. A big quarter again from those in the orange dresses. Leading this quarter by 1 goal, as Namina puts up.
Contact goal shooter.
Nice step in for what?
Hey?
Contact goal shooter. No goal.
Manage obstruction, wing defence. Manage contact, wing defence.
Namina is still shaking her head and throwing her hands in the air in front of us here with the disallowed own goal that she's just put through. Meanwhile, Stars making it hard for Loughborough to potentially get an opportunity to take it up and lead by 4 goals. Oh.
Any further foul play, you will be suspended for 2 minutes.
So, Jasban has now got a warning for persistent contact. Any further, she will be suspended.
Little change out the side of our eye. We'll bring a confirmation of that. 43-39 on the big scoreboards here in Loughborough. Looks like after Alice Harvey's gone to the bench and Vimbella's come on.
Contact, centre circle edge.
got Susie Liversedge has come on. Goal attacking. After a warning, Brown comes out.
Oh, Vimbella. Oh.
Did she have control?
5 seconds. Got a take and turn.
Goalkeeper.
Well, the clock in the arena went from 5 seconds to none, but the buzzer went. And as far as I'm concerned, and myself and Pamela look up to the big scoreboard, it's 43-40 at the end of the third quarter. Wow, okay. Talk us through that one, Pamela, before we head into the final quarter.
Wow, what a game, eh? It's just 3 goals in it. All sorts is happening in that third quarter. We've got cautions, we've got warnings, we've got missed shots, we've got some great long feeds going in. We see changes to Loughborough Lightning to try and counteract what Severn Stars are doing to them in defensive end, with Zenelel Vimbella coming on at goalkeeper. But I think for me, the work needs to be done a little bit higher up the court.
Let's have a look at some of the highlights then, Pamela, that you're talking about. Because it was another good quarter, though, wasn't it, for Severn Stars in terms of scoring? It was another one that they won. And why? As we look at the highlights, why? What did they do so differently? Or what have they done through this match that's got them back in it and just 3 behind?
Well, for what they did in the last quarter in terms of those early feeds going into the circle, they've continued that into this, which is definitely helping them, especially when it's one-on-one in that circle, because Alice Harvey was struggling there with Ziggy Berger. They've also tightened up in defensive end. They've had a lot of cautions and a warning we've seen as down the end, but they've been getting into the heads of the Loughborough Lightning shooting end, who've missed quite a few. And also the feeders are struggling to see where the space is.
But Berger, though, who we're looking at now, has had an absolutely cracking game, hasn't she? She's delivering again.
Oh, of course she is. And then I think she started a bit slowly in terms of a couple of missed shots and those balls that she wasn't able to take. But then as the game has gone on, she's found that confidence and she's holding so well in that circle.
So we're moments away from the final 15 minutes. There's a shot of the Severn Stars bench, and once again the directions are being given. I think Grace Lamar is just about Narman has just about calmed down. She was livid in the call that wasn't given to her for a good 30 seconds after. It's tough, isn't it, as a player for you guys, when it doesn't go your way and you desperately think that it should have done. Well, you just got to calm down.
You do, and umpires at the end of the day have the final say. So you've just got to suck it up and then try and see what they're calling and change it up.
So 43-40, folks. A win earlier for Mavericks against Sirens in round 16, a 41-38 win for Camilla Buchanan's side. Helped them picked up their 6th win of the Super League season. As I mentioned, Surrey Storm were leading Team Bath by 54-33 at the end of the third quarter. Surrey Storm looking to pick up their 12th win of the season. And here in Loughborough, it's a lead that Vic Burgess will be a little bit uncomfortable with after a huge 2013 first quarter. So there's the huddle of Severn Stars.
All right, please welcome our girls back.
And Gabby Marshall in that centre position in the captain's role. Pamela Cooking trying to get a team up for this one in the final 15 minutes. This is for the taking, isn't it, for Severn Stars? And Vic Burgess now, remember, just 1 point needed to solidify a top 4 spot.
Just one indeed, and you talked about before the game whether this could be the game that Severn Stars take one of the top 4, and they're making this definitely hard work for Loughborough Lightning.
So Loughborough Lightning then, the next play on Friday away at Leeds Rhinos. Severn Stars, they're at home against Mavericks on Saturday. Mavericks therefore will be coming off the back of that win against Sirens. But we're underway in the final quarter, and a ball that goes up, a ball that goes over, and Berger gets us underway again.
It continues where they left off. And you just saw Jo Tripp say there, she stepped in.
So it looks like no changes from Joe Tripp in the Severn Stars lineup. Liversidge now on the shoulder of the goal defence head coach Joe Tripp.
And she stayed out there at goal defence. Didn't work so well for them in their last game against Celtic Dragons. But then you had a Gabby Sinclair though at goal attack, who was raining in those long shots from the edge of the circle, but also being a really nifty playmaker. So Susie Liversidge will need to get her moving, take it out of her strength.
And Thacker puts another one in. A little shout out as well to Green Noel in that Dragons. Yeah, Dragons lost to Severn Stars, but Green Noel again putting up the stats, wasn't she, for the Welsh side? 8 turnovers, 4 deflections, 4 intercepts.
And she even said afterwards she was tired. Before the game started.
45-43, the difference is 2.
Push the shot, Emma, use your knees.
Well, I laugh because if you look on the certain shots, folks, you'll see me and Pamela right next to the court here in commentary. The coach Pratt has been back against the ball back in Loughborough Lightning's hands, but it went quite for Thacker shooting, and there you are, Pamela. Just bend your knees, love. Coach Cookie alongside me, love it. Fanny Gary looking for options.
Yes, Emma. Lovely ball. That's what she can do so well. Keep doing that.
Thacker puts another one, 47-43.
Good rebound position. Brown has been all over those.
Super out of circle action by Thacker. Coach Pamela happy with that one. Liversidge back into the centre third. Fran Williams to Hannah Williams. Little 1-2, 1-2. Liversidge nicely over. There we go. It's nice.
So just as Loughborough Lightning start to get a little bit of a run on, Joe Tripp is straight on the changes. She's going to go back into goalkeeper, and Fee comes back on at goal defence.
And Brown, after a super effort, I'm so excited about Jazz Brown. I'm telling you, really good today.
Yeah, one for the future, and especially also she's on a warning, so you don't really want her to get sent off. So play the advantage.
Sorry, take it back. Goal defence by her side.
Twice.
Berger. Nicely done. 48-44. With a 1-goal stretch out after a 3-goal lead at the end of the third quarter. A rolling, but they all count from Thacker.
Much better when she's on the move. When she's using that footwork to drop a defender where she doesn't want them to be and play into the opposite space.
Offside and obstruction wing defence. Contact goalkeeper.
Down the other end, Ziggy Berger. Holding the lovely.
Fee in the goal defence position back on. Silencing the crowd here in Loughborough. Important this one, because it's gone out to 4 for the home side. A chance for Severn Stars to bring it back to 3.
Nice, again, when you, that lovely pull-out from Grace Lamina. It might not look like much, but it just spreads the Loughborough Lightning defenders so that they can't work together and they can't just shut down one person.
And it's Severn Stars on the centre pass. Important times for Joe Tripp's side. Well, Fran Williams is like, hang on, I've been a little bit quiet here.
And since that first quarter, she has a little bit.
The ball is in the hand of Gabby Marshall. And those powerful direct shots.
Look how they just spray that ball.
And to work for this one. It's to bring it to 47. It's to bring it back to 2. Marshall back in possession again. McPhail looking for options. Near the roars from the Loughborough Lightning bench. That was a nice cross-centre shooting. Oh, no! Oh! couldn't make it count.
Rachel Fino on defence. She's come off the bench thinking, why did you bench me?
Contact, goalkeeper outside.
Here we go.
It's getting feisty now.
Yeah, this is going to be a second bite of the netballing cherry for Severn Stars as Jess Shaw carries it back on circle edge.
Oh, great work there. That quick shoot of the shooter. Fran Williams had no chance.
49-47. It's going to be no 20-goal win for Loughborough Lightning like it was in round 10 here today.
Wow. Emma Thacker is getting some hits in this circle.
The fee was rolling, but she's back up. Panagari looking for support, gets it. Oh, that was nice. The change of direction, the turn, the speed, and the shot from Emma Thacker. And they hit 50 the home side.
To go back.
Yeah, being forced back into the hands of Vimbella, isn't it? It's his good defence, this from Severn Stars.
It's just that the timing of Loughborough Lightning just seems to be out. Only one person coming forward, and if they're covered, the other person is still on their clear.
Advantage offside, goal attack.
Yeah, the options weren't there then in terms of shooting for Loughborough Lightning. So once again they go. Panagari, Liversidge.
Centre contact.
Little word from Panagari to Thacker. Very good, she said.
Where you are? Advantage centre contact.
Oh, contact called against Jo Tripp. Little nod there though. She accepts that one.
No, definitely.
And it means the home side have pulled it back to 4 because there was a time when it was just 2 for Vic Burgess's side. She still looks as cool as a cucumber, the head coach from Loughborough Lightning.
Those are the coach killers.
Shaw, Marshall.
That's one of our last umpires. If an attacker gets called for breaking and the opposition defence gets called for breaking, who gets the ball?
And the umpires at Sky Netball, or at Pamela Cooking. Under the 10-foot post, Berger.
I have no idea. I should know that, but I don't.
Well, there's 4 players on the Severn Stars bench, and of course, head coach Jo Tripp is currently superglued to Emma Thacker in front of us, and it's 51-49 with up to 6 minutes remaining.
Contact, centre third, wing attack.
It's a 9-8 quarter again to the away side. And even though they lost in round 10, Stars did win the final quarter. Well, when we spoke to the head coaches, Pamela, didn't we, before the match today, Burgess knew it was going to be a tough match, this, against Jo Tripp. Such is the season that they've had with the 7 wins. They've done the double over Dragons, they've done the double over Team Bath, winning 7 of their 14 matches. And they really have, they just continue to evolve, don't they, Severn Stars? Getting better and better.
And then just, yeah, warning calls there on Jo Tripp. Just from that persistent contact that she's having in the circle, Emma Thacker just dropping these balls short though. And it does wear on you as the game goes on. And the more experience she starts to get in the Super League.
Tripp. Marshall back to Tripp. opener. Oh, yeah, look what it means to her as well.
Lovely shot.
Oi, oi.
And it's there, centre pass. They could draw this game.
She threw both hands in the air when she landed that one. It's a one-goal game with under 5 minutes remaining. Are you all right, Pam? You've got your head in your hands. It's going to go to the wire, this potentially, isn't it? This is a good game. We expected it to be. We hoped it would be.
We hoped it would be. We didn't think it potentially would be as Rachel Fee comes out with a tip on that board.
Oh, Audio Berrin making friends with the advertising boards again. This is it. Oh, man. A little passage of play here for Severn Stars to draw it level. Well, Gabby Marshall's not that tall, and it's going to be picked up by Loughborough Lightning. Audio Berrin looking for options. Panigari. A little more twitching from Vic Burgess on the coach's bench.
And Lightning will just now need to settle. They've made a lot of changes in this attacking end from what started the game. Oh, and another miss there from Thacker. Nat Panigari. Oh, what strength on the edge of the circle.
Obstruction, goal defence. Yes.
Back to two. Panigari says, give me the ball. Racking up the seasons. What is it, her 8th season at Loughborough Lightning, Panigari? Ooh. A little blast of music from the DJ, ramping it up here on Saturday night in Loughborough.
Goal shooter, address the contact, please.
And there's Fran Williams causing some havoc. Loughborough Lightning, they do know how to win, don't they? When the chips started to fall for them, they rallied.
Well, as mentioned, they've been on that mission since losing the grand final last year. They had a huge opening day win. Remember, 86-52 against Team Bath. Player of the match on that occasion was Nat Panigari. She's been outstanding tonight. Pamela Cookie's got to choose a player of the match very shortly. But all through this season, just with those 2 losses against Thunder and Pulse, Lightning are on a mission. As, of course, the Surrey Storm, London Pulse and Manchester Thunder. Under 2 minutes remaining.
Wing attack, Stars, wing attack.
Oh, great pickup. Just playing this ball around now. But that double in the circle. Lovely shot, Liversidge.
Last minute. It got very hairy at one point for Loughborough Lightning.
Oh, Bimbella was all over that. But Ziggy Berger says the post was rattling, that's why it missed.
Advantage, contact, wing defence.
Thacker. It's been on since the start in that goal shooter position. Seems like an age ago, doesn't it, from when this match started.
But she's really had to blood into this game. Being the substitute goal attack, swapping in and out with Via Dixon, but then having to start this game and play for the whole game because Mary Trollock is injured.
And the crowd here in Loughborough count the clock back, and they rise around us here. applauding the victory, 57-51. The Loughborough fans know how close they came to having their third defeat of the season, but they didn't. And Vic Burgess' side confirmed their top 4 spot for the semi-finals on the 9th of June, ending with a 6-goal win. Surrey Storm ended with a 66-45 win over Team Bath. So the big hitters, the big players are continuing to deliver in this Super League season. And however hard Joe Tripp and her side tried here this evening, as they go into the huddle, it is Loughborough Lightning, their 12th win of the season, 57-51. Wow, we enjoyed that, didn't we, Pamela? It was absolutely fascinating. They flew out the blocks, Loughborough Lightning, but Severn Stars went, nope, if you're going to get the win, even though it's on your home court, you're going to have to work for that 3 points tonight.
Oh, they really did, didn't they? And I was very impressed with how they just, those second and third quarter, how they just stamped their authority and they made use of the possession that they had. Those balls flying into Ziggy Berger from the transverse lines at time was just bypassing the strength of Loughborough Lightning, which was amazing. For Loughborough Lightning, we always say this, if they don't have all their 7 key players on the court, we do see them wobble a little bit, and that was shown again today. But what they do have is that winning mentality, and they made it work out there, and they rode those waves to be able to come out as winners.
Well, they did ride the waves, and that is what champions do. And very shortly, we'll be bringing over the player of the match on what really was an entertaining 60 minutes on a big day for many. On the King's coronation at the Queen's tonight were Loughborough Lightning beating Severn Stars by 6 goals. And as I mentioned, they'll go on and play on Friday away at Leeds Rhinos. They've got 4 games left, Loughborough Lightning. They've also got to go away to Storm and Pulse before the end of the regular season. And then their final home match here in round 20 will be against Team Bath, who I mentioned went down 66-45 to Surrey Storm earlier. The Severn Stars, though, well, they'll take a lot of heart of that performance here this evening, winning at Dragons in round 15, pushing Loughborough Lightning close this evening. They'll play Mavericks on Saturday before travelling away to Thunder, and then they'll play in round 19 at home against Leeds Rhinos. And our player of the match is jogging over and collecting her medal. And very shortly, a very familiar face, a very consistent player, one of the best that we have in the Super League, Pamela Cookie, as she puts her headphones on. Nat Panigari, Pamela Cookie said that she was so impressed by your second and third quarter here this evening, that you are the player of the match, leading the side. Well done tonight.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I felt that was a bit of a battle, wasn't it? I think the legs are going to be feeling that tomorrow, but so proud of the girls, especially the ones that came on under that intensity. I thought Susie and Hannah Williams and Emma really stepped up tonight when we needed to put those shots in, so proud of the girls.
On that, time and time again, you are that consistent, composed link in the middle of the court for Loughborough Lightning. What drives you?
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I just enjoy my netball at the minute. I absolutely love it. I love being on the court, find it an absolute privilege to be in this league and to be a part of this club. So, yeah, if I can do one thing, if that's be calm and bring that energy, I'll keep doing that.
It was just such a good performance, Nat, especially with the news that Mary Chollock obviously has got the slight injury. Hopefully she'll be back shortly. How did that affect you guys before the match? When it is a big change, isn't it, when one of your key players and your target shooters not in your starting 7?
Yeah, definitely, and it was quite a late call actually. It was later today, so we thought Mary could have been able to play. So I think, yeah, the mindset did change, but you have to do that as a player, you've got to adapt. And I think Emma really grew into that game, and really proud of her. She's such a young gun, and all the ones that came on, and Ria has that element of control, doesn't she, as well, and that skill. So they really did step up.
Well, she did step up, your team stepped up, you led with the captain's performance and therefore our player of the match. Well done, Nat, keep going, good luck.
Thank you so much.
So as our player of the match, Nat Panigari, she's such a leader though, isn't she, Pamela? One of the most experienced, one of the most cool heads as well throughout the court.
Yeah, definitely, and what I like from her is that composure on the feeds in. So she will work and work and work to bring that ball through the court, and then she knows she's got youngsters in that circle, so she'll just calmness and she'll talk to them throughout to make them feel settled.
So, Vic Burgess, you're joining us now. Well done, Vic. You needed the 1 point to secure your top 4 spots. You got all 3. Sum up the performance across the 60 minutes for us.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened there. To be fair, first quarter, we started really well, and exactly what I'd asked of them, and the Stars just came back at us, the kind of second quarter, third quarter as well, and we had to adjust and make some changes and kind of make sure that we were just resting people where we needed to as well. But I thought the youngsters that came on were really impactful. So I'm really proud of them, and actually, in games to go through these tight moments and, those moments when you're under pressure, and credit Stars like they brought it today, and you want them to learn in those situations. So I'm really pleased with how they came through it. Stars did their homework on us, and they did a really good job.
Vicky, were those changes planned, or did you assess how the game was going and think, I need to do this here and now?
Yeah, I mean, there's an element of some changes that are planned, but ultimately we had to react to what Stars were putting out there as well. So we felt that we needed a little bit more aggression from our attacking players into the circle, because I thought Rach and Joe did a great job kind of putting these in wide positions, and we needed to be a bit more threatening to the circle. So that's why we changed Susie in there, and I thought Susie went on and did a great job. So yeah, I'm pleased with them.
Well done, Vic.
Thank you.
You've secured your spots. Obviously, we'll see you on the 9th of June, and of course before, because we've still got the regular season to go. But
Absolutely.
Job done today. Well done.
Thank you very much.
So Vic Burgess obviously very, very happy to get her 12th win and secure that top 4 spot. And there's a little fist bump there between Vic Burgess and Joe Tripp. Joe's just putting her headphones on. Well, Joe, we spoke earlier, and you, God my days, you took it to Loughborough Lightning. Stars did their homework, is exactly what Vic Burgess just said.
Yeah, we did a lot in training this week. We just tried new things, and really wanted to service Siggy really well in the game today. We knew that if we could put points on the board, that we would stay in touch with Lightning. So they're a class side, and we let them get away on us a few too many times. And I think being 6 in it again, like, this team just continues to inspire me and impress me week on week, and we are really building and closing out the season really well.
Joe, those unforced errors you talked about in previous games, and today they speckled in a couple of times throughout the game. In training, with the injuries and everything that you have, how do you keep that consistency to make sure that those errors don't happen?
Yeah, our attack line has been really consistent this season. So, and those unforced errors, we are trying to cut out. I think sometimes when teams just take it to us, we're quite slow off the mark. We saw that today, and that's like, definitely something I want us just to check ourselves, that we're coming into that game with that, die-hard kind of mindset. You see it throughout the game, and kind of once I think we're 9-1 down, and then we picked up and started playing our game. So for us, it's just been fearless from the start, really critical starts for us moving forward.
Well done today, Joe. Honestly, you've hit your 50% target. You're still on those 7 wins. Just quickly from me, are you enjoying it as much as it looks like you're enjoying this head coach life?
Yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. The group is smashing it. I think we saw, I think Gracie had an outstanding game for her. She definitely stepped it up since last time we played Loughborough, and Siggy just taking ball and slotting it through the hoop, and Jeshua feeds. I could name all the girls. I'm just loving it. I'm loving seeing what they're bringing out each week, and I'm a really proud and happy coach.
Well done, Joe. Onwards and upwards. Super performance tonight. Thoroughly enjoyable.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, it's good to hear, isn't it, Pamela, that she is enjoying this head coach role and player, of course, head coach player role as much as it looks like she is. And she has. She's done a phenomenal job this season, hasn't she, with the 7 wins and pushing that top 4 position.
Oh, she really has, and she's really taken this group, and they want to play for her. They want to do well. They want to fight. Like she said, when they were down by, it was 8-1 in that first quarter, they regrouped, they came out firing and tried to eliminate some of those errors, and those balls flying into Ziggy Berger, that comes from consistency, and she's been drilling that side.
Well, this was our 3rd match of round 16, and winners, we've said, for Loughborough Lightning. Mavericks, though, beat Sirens earlier by 3 goals, 41-38 for Camilla Buchanan's side at a rampant Hertfordshire Sports Village. And just a few moments ago, it was a big win for Surrey Storm, 66-45 for Mickey Austin's side. Another 3 Super League points for them in the bag. And 57-51 here it finished after Severn Stars pushed Loughborough Lightning all of the way. And don't forget, tomorrow, Manchester Thunder against Leeds Rhinos up at the AO Arena in Manchester. That should be a good match. Thunder looking for a record sellout home crowd at the AO Arena. They need to tip nearly 6,000 fans if they're going to take that record, though. So let's have a look at the league table. Surrey up to second on goal difference now. Loughborough Lightning still in the mix, Storm and Thunder, and Pulse still leading the way with 39 points. Also now guaranteed, of course, their spot in the semi-finals on the 9th of June. So still a long way to go in terms of the 5th to 10th positions in the Super League this year. Severn Stars did put up a good performance tonight against Loughborough Lightning, but it is the 2021 champions who, along with London Pulse, have now guaranteed their place in the semi-finals on the 9th of June. Thank you to Pamela Cookie alongside me. A thoroughly enjoyable netball on this Saturday evening. Thanks for your company as well, and we look forward to seeing you soon.